stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Nudity or
like
language?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What do they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is Hispanic.
You have to be colored to be on television.
Yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there, just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting for America.
Yeah. Well, she said, we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
All right, guys. I'm here, and I know what that said. I know what that said. Wow. What's up, everybody? How you doing, Joe? How's everybody doing today? I got my music working back now. Let me turn that shit down. Just trying to update some stuff. Shit. I'm trying to update the stream info, and it's not letting me update it like I needed to. But you know, let me just update it this way. How's everybody doing? It is gonna be a fun time today. Definitely gonna be a fun time today. I am streaming, as you guys can actually see, and yeah. All right, cool. That's what we're gonna actually put it at. All right, cool. So how's everybody doing today? Can you guys hear me? My faith in humanity is like a little bit more shaken than normal. And yeah, God, it's been a shit week. Okay, so as most of you guys know, I got my first dose of the vaccination on Sunday, and it's been causing me to sleep. Like, I've been more fatigued than normal. So much so that you guys saw that I did a very short stream, shorter than normal on Monday, and I was literally asleep from about 9 to 5 in the morning. 8 hours is not a thing for me. And then yesterday I kind of repeated the process. And yeah, no, I'm feeling a little bit back to normal. I did do my okay. So if you haven't done so, I have an Instagram. It's Crimson60620, and you can actually see my daily workouts where I go and ride down the lakefront and walk in the specific park down the lakefront. And so I've been using that, and I've been doing that, and yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that I've been doing. And so, yeah, no, I did have a slight fever when I woke up Monday, but yeah, I was just trying to. My body feels better when I move around. Surprisingly, even when I actually had COVID, I actually felt better when I was moving around and just getting that adrenaline rush. And so, yeah, that was a thing for me. Um, oh God, like I've really just been, it's not been a good month or so. Um, and yeah, just been dealing with shit. Fun fact, all right, so I have been streaming a lot more on Twitch lately. Um, just because I've been able to watch, I haven't doing it overtime. But the fucked up part about that is that not having an overtime is really, really fucking with my money. Yeah, no, and I like I it's been a thing. It's been a thing. And I don't even it's not I don't not recognize that it's going to with the debt ceiling shit going on. And this is one of the reasons why I don't talk more about politics than excuse me, policies, because I obviously talk about politics, but I don't talk more about policies than what I do because I look at public opinion about shit and I just want to rip my fucking hair out. Like that debt ceiling shit that would literally cause a end to the fucking faith and credit of the USA. The one that Republicans are literally like when last time when Democrats threatened that they weren't going to raise it, literally Republicans called us all doom and gloom about it. Now they're fucking arguing to do with the shit they sells, and it's just like, really? You're gonna play like if the US doesn't honor its commitments of debts that's already been done, yeah, we can literally end up fucked. Like fucked. Like, yeah, stock market and shit crashed. The last time it happened, yeah, the US lost the credit rating. Because the fact is, people was like, we ain't gonna play with y'all fuckers no more. Yeah. That is, oh God, that, and the fact is, like, why do we even have that shit? Why the fuck do we even have a debt ceiling? Why? It's just so fucking stupid. Cause it's a way of one party to posture to the next, and it's just like, how about this? How about this shit? Why don't we cut the military budget? Yeah. Let's stop preparing for a war that happened 50 fucking years ago. Like for real. Let's stop trying to fight wars. The last two wars. When the strategies of war making is definitely different than it is now. Oh my God. Oh God. It's just so irritating. It's just so irritating. And you know what's fucked up? What's really fucked up is that nobody wants to say the quiet part out loud that the reason why the debt ceiling agreement is going to happen is because these rich motherfuckers in Congress, both houses of Congress, will start losing money. their donors will start losing money. And they don't want that shit. They don't want that shit. They want to be able to make their money and all that other good bullshit. And yeah, no. But they don't mind fucking over workers. Fuck. They don't mind fucking over workers because, hey. They want you to hate people that have government jobs because reasons. But anyway, guys. All right. Good news. Now, I know that some of you guys may not actually be 90s R&B fans, but I have some good news for you. A child predator has gotten convicted. Yes, R. Kelly has gotten convicted of several different crimes because he was a child predator. Oh, fuck. Oh God! Don't get me talking about Christian cinema. Like, she's like the Dark Universe's twisted version of the chick from Legally Blonde. Like, oh my God! Like, this is no disrespect. The chick in Legally Blonde was actually very intelligent, and she was a lawyer, and she was like, she cared about shit. But Christian cinema is just like, I like literally want to make her face a primary. Anyway. But yeah, Bill Cosby, not Bill Cosby. Fuck. Hopefully that fucker actually get taken care of. But R. Kelly is now a convicted child predator. And he actually had got in trouble for racketeering as well. So yay. Like, fuck this guy. Like, fuck him. Like, yeah. Anyway, generally dealing with some angst. By the way, if you're watching the stream on YouTube, it will be very helpful if you like, subscribe. If you're watching it on Twitch, please hit that follow button. It will help out the channel immensely. And yeah, we're going to be diving in a few news stories. All right, so let's get into this first video. Now I'm gonna actually play something, and follow along with me. It's gonna be something where we're going to actually do a little introduction about this. Now, I am a fan of God of War. I like the original games. I liked God of War 1, 2, and 3. I like Chains of Olympics. I didn't play Ghost of Sparta that much because it wasn't interesting to me. And I played the God of War 2018. While going through YouTube, I actually came across a video that was actually criticizing the God of War 2018. And let's hear this gentleman's take on God of War 2018, so we can actually just see some of his biting critique of it here.
Me my vengeance, then all on Olympus will die.
I couldn't care less about this mother and son drama that has nothing to do with me, especially when it's told to me in little tiny fragments with many hours between them. I'm just killing these enemies because they're in my way. Oh, wait! Finally! After traversing this dreary underworld level, do I get to fight that giant death bird? Do I? No. Screw you. Here's another troll. So, I'm annoyed, I'm bored, and I'm frustrated. And you know what else? You know what makes this so much worse? This little puñetas right here. He will not shut up. You know what the original God of War series really needed? An 8-year-old boy incessantly screaming, "Father! Look out!"
Now, here is Under the Mayo. Now, if you can't tell, Under the Mayo, he doesn't seem to how could I say this politely? He seems like one of those angry little suburban kids that, well, I need to be edgy and I need to have this. And I watched his critique of the God of War 2018 game, and part of the critique was, well, the game is too easy, and so all you have to do is button mash. And then it was the game is too hard because you have to pay attention to the surrounding areas around you. Now, the problem I come is you try to couch your critique in this logical, philosophical point of, well, it has this wrong, and it basically come down to the game is too artsy, and the game makers are trying to tell a story instead of just trying to play a game. And I took it as one of those edgy motherfuckers who tries to be all the edge with no point. Now the problem is, like, he has a second channel, and so I was like, okay, let me examine his second channel. Well, and then I came across this video. Go with me here. How Under the Mayo has a problem with The Matrix 4. Let's watch.
There's a new Matrix movie coming out, and I'm moderately excited about it. I mean, after the sequels, there's not much to be excited about, really. I was worried about Matrix 4 being like Indiana Jones 4, where they would just try to copy the old movies in a really pathetic and desperate attempt to recapture the past. But the trailer...
Mind you, this is somebody who's made a video denigrating new video games because they're not trying to recapture the past. Yeah. Let's go.
For Matrix 4 does look like they're putting forth their own vision into its own movie with its own identity. So that does
now, mind you, it was made by the Wachowski siblings, and they literally had creative freedom for Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. The two that this gentleman said that he didn't like as much. Let's hear some of the let's hear some of his other explanations. Let's go.
give me hope. And so I have a friend that I spend a lot of time with. Her name is Jackie. Some of you know her from my streams. And I show her a lot of old movies that she hasn't seen. And I showed her The Matrix like half a year ago. She really liked it. I mean, come on, The Matrix is a great movie. But we...
No, it wasn't, man. It was a unique movie. It was a style setter, but it wasn't just a great movie. It had its flaws. Especially the first Matrix. But let's go. I mean, edgy, right? Edgy.
We did not watch the sequels because they are not good. And now that the trailer for Matrix 4 is out, I was like, okay, we're going to have to sit down. We're going to have to watch these sequels. We watched them. She did not like them. She fell asleep, I think, 3 times. Yeah, so... But I was thinking about something when I was watching them. I started taking some notes. And I wanted to bring up, well, I mean, I could talk forever about all the things wrong in the Matrix sequels, but I just wanted to focus on one aspect, and that's the fashion.
Now, if you've watched The Matrix and the sequel, because it was really just one long movie, it was a lot, and they should have actually had better editing, but if you watch The Matrix and the sequel, they had so much different fashions. Like, and Okay, bear with me. I don't know what this guy's on about. I really don't. I watched some of this movie, this video, but like some of the stuff he didn't make sense about. So let's go.
There's in the first movie, the crew that's on the Nebuchadnezzar with Morpheus and Trinity and what's his name, Mouse and Tank, Dozer, Cypher, right? And then Neo. When they go into the Matrix, they all kind of have a similar fashion sense. And there's a scene in the Matrix where Morpheus tells Neo that, what does he say? He says that the way you appear in the Matrix is like your mental projection of your digital self or something like that. Basically, however you see yourself in your mind, that's how you appear in the Matrix.
Yes, if you have an image of yourself, then that's how you appear in a Matrix. Meaning that Neo was bald in real life, and when he got into the Matrix, he grew hair. Like you know what I mean. Like it was just like he didn't look sickly or frail like he did when he was out of the Matrix. But let's go. Please don't tell me he's gonna say something stupid. Oh, okay, let's go.
So Neo sees himself that way, and so he appears that way. He appears with the trench coat and the black shirt and stuff like that. And Trinity sees herself with kind of like the leather tank top and the tight pants and all this. Like
no, that's not what that means. That's not what that means, you fucking idiot. It has nothing to do with the clothes. Like okay. He's actually shown it. And let's just go back. This is them popping in the Matrix. He shows it. This is him. Like, Neo is not in a trench coat. He's in some black jeans and a fucking green shirt. Like, then he's in a suit. He is literally in a suit. And then you see this. This scene. This is they can change clothes. What they meant by that is how they physically look outside of their clothes. That's what that means, you fucking idiot. Okay. All right, let's go.
Trinity sees herself with kind of like the leather tank top and the tight pants and all this. Like, how you see yourself is how you appear, which is a cool concept. I like that a lot. And everyone in that crew all kind of has a similar fashion sense. Everyone appears like in a goth, dark, punk sort of fashion.
It's almost as if it was the style of the movie. Wait. No, he didn't. No, he fucking didn't. He is not equating a goth style, which was basically just because they try to look badass in a movie, with the way they actually thought they looked in the projection of the Matrix. Like, that's not what they meant, dog. You are literally taking a literal interpretation of that versus, and Morpheus even says it, the hair, the missing of the plugs in the arm, that's what that meant. It's not going to how they actually dressed. But let's continue.
And I always assumed that was because they had a bond as a team.
Well, then that's because you assumed wrong. And you know what happens when you assume. You make an ass out of you, not me. You assumed wrong. But let's go.
You know, like when you go out with your friends that you've been friends with for 10 to 15 years, a lot of you tend to dress.
Wait. I bet he's one of these people that didn't get that in the Matrix, the person who played the White Rabbit or Rabbit was a man versus a woman. I forgot how they switched it, but it's just like, yeah, one of the characters was transgendered in the first Matrix, I bet he would have an issue with that shit. I bet he would. But let's continue.
Similarly, like I wear a lot of black clothes, and so a lot of people I hang out with are also in black clothes and rock t-shirts and that kind of stuff.
Wait.
Similarly, bond as a team. You know, like when you go out with your friends that you've been friends with for 10 to 15 years, a lot of you tend to dress similarly. Like I wear a lot of black clothes, and so a lot of people I hang out with are also in black clothes and rock t-shirts and that kind of stuff.
Oh my god, he's edgy. Oh my god. Wow. This motherfucker right here is edgy as shit. He's fucking edgy. I wear a lot of black, and then the people around me wear black, like. Oh my god. Okay, let's go.
Not all of them, of course, but a good amount of them. And so my assumption was that this crew has known each other for a long time. They have a deep personal bond, and they probably have a lot of similar interests and feelings, and so they all have a similar fashion sense when they appear in the Matrix because of that connection they have.
Dude, your headcanon is wrong. What you thought in your head was just wrong. It's just that they wanted to dress like that, fucker. Like, I don't get how you can actually get that. Well, they have a deep bond, and so they all imagine themselves dressing alike. No, that's not it. They just wanted to look inconspicuous, which was the opposite of wearing all black in a group. But like, no, okay. It's not like it was a prop and set designer and costume designer that just wanted to give this aura of a cool look versus they all thought alike. So like, I bet this is one of the motherfuckers to be like, oh, we're in a think alike, so we're good, right? Well, let's continue.
And that makes sense. But when you get to the Matrix Reloaded, and you have all these different ships and crews from Zion, and when they have these meetings where they all appear in the Matrix to get together and talk, everyone dresses in a dark punk goth kind of way with trench coats and sunglasses. And I find it really hard to believe that out of all these different ships and crews and personalities, there's not a single person whose in Matrix image reflects their personality, making them look in a way where like they're in, I don't know, like shorts and a football jersey.
Really? Fucking really? First of all, that actually flies in the face that these are all soldiers in a fucking army. What? They're soldiers in an army? They are literally soldiers in a motherfucking army. But he's actually, and my headphones became disconnected, but he's literally taking it right here. That nobody looks, everybody has this same kind of identity and style. Like, for real, dog. You are literally going there. Like, your headcanon is so fucked up right now. Like, I don't even know what to tell you, because you are literally doing the thing where you're thinking that, of course this is like, no, they are literally just talking about how their hairstyle is, how they don't have any plugs, but you're taking it to the whole thing of fashion. Okay. Just think of it as this is a uniform that they wear, and that's why they all dress like that. It's hard to look menacing when you're in a tank top and football shorts. It's hard to look menacing. They want to look menacing like they're the cool hackers, which I guess they are in story because they're hacking the computer code. But like, okay, wow, shit. All right, let's go.
Or khaki pants or blue jeans and a plaid shirt. Like, nobody looks different than the goth fashion style of the first Matrix movie. I found that really, really off-putting and a really immersion-breaking as well.
Wait, there is literally a man flying around the city. There are literally people who are phasing through doors, jumping 30 feet in the air, doing like crane kicks and shit like that. But what's immersion breaking is a group of like-minded individuals dressing in the same type of style and fashion. That's what's immersion breaking. No wonder you fucked up your review of the God of War, because you had a fucked up ass headspace. You don't know what's going on. Your brain and your imagination doesn't work that well, because, dude, the fact that you took it as it went down to their style of clothes lets me know that you don't have an imagination. You sound stupid. But let's go.
I guess you could say that maybe it would look silly, but they could have written it in the way to make something like that work, because that would be much more believable in the world of the Matrix. And the fact that they made everyone look like that, I think it's really representative of the problems the Matrix sequels have overall, where they were way too focused on the superficial aspects, like the style, the fashion, the effects of the first movies, and maybe like mythology stuff, without really focusing on the deep character.
Wait, did this motherfucker just say? He just said that they were too focused on... Let me just hear that again, because what I just heard is in the Matrix sequel, they weren't thinking about the mythology or more philosophy of shit. Let me just play that back. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go back 10 seconds.
Parts of the fashions the Matrix sequels have overall, where they were way too focused on the superficial aspects, like the style, the fashion, the effects of the first movies, and maybe like mythology stuff, without really focusing on the deep character parts of the story, which is what made the first movie work in the first place.
What deep characters did you see in the first Matrix movie versus Reloaded and fucking Revolutions? I don't get that. Like, they literally talked about philosophy. You had the Merovingian talking about what is desire or some bullshit like that. You had his wife that was like, oh, she loves him and all. Like, they literally did philosophy. That's the reason why a lot of people fell asleep, as you put it, on the Matrix sequels, because they were so bogged down with philosophy and senses of identity, and what we now come to understand, that it was talking about a trans journey. But to me at the time, it was about identity. But you know, with somebody with the name Under the Mayo, and who openly admits that they dress like their friends and they think that their friends are supposed to have the same mindset, when it comes to individual identity, not individualism, but individual identity and who you are as an identity, yeah, that may go over your head. But let's continue.
Like, the first movie is great as a sci-fi movie. All the robots and the technology and the kung fu and all that stuff is great in the genre. But what makes it so good is the character journey of Neo, and the character journey of Smith and Morpheus and Trinity. The things they learn, the things they sacrifice. And in the sequels, it just feels like nobody really learns or sacrifices anything, at least not to a point where it feels like it really has a deep impact on the story.
What? Did this man literally just says in the sequel nobody sacrifices anything? Like, what movies were you watching, dog? What movies were you watching? Literally, they had Neo as a Christ figure. Like, really? I and it didn't affect the story. Literally, in The Matrix Reloaded, you see Neo talking to the architect. And you know what? If you want to say he chose not to sacrifice Trinity, but sacrifice Zion in a process, then cool. If you want to say, like, you know, fuck. One of the main conflicts in The Matrix is somebody was like, no, I'm going to be greedy and I want to get back into the Matrix. Like, fuck. Like, what does he miss? And yeah, G, I know, and I made that point earlier. It's literally about identity and who somebody is, and from the Wachowski siblings, you realize that it was about them dealing with their identity and who they were as trans women, and like it is more explored in the sequels than the original Matrix because they couldn't put it in the original Matrix. But, oh my God, he said that nobody he must not have watched. Like, people were just throwing themselves over grenades left and right in Revolutions. Oh, well, my friend's gonna die, so I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Oh, this person's gonna die, so I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Like, were we watching the same movie? I literally have a copy of Revolutions over here. It was people throwing themselves hand grenade over hand grenade over hand grenade to sacrifice for the cause. But let's continue.
It's kind of like I draw a lot of comparisons to RoboCop, but it's very similar to RoboCop, where RoboCop is a famous movie in the sci-fi action genre because of the aspects that it has that pertain to that genre. But what makes it so good and so memorable is the character story of Alex Murphy, of RoboCop. It's a story that could be told outside the genre. The story of a man who loses his identity, who loses his life, and has to fight to reclaim his humanity. You could tell that same kind of story in the setting of RoboCop, or in the setting of a monster movie, or in the setting of a romantic comedy.
Is it me, or does it just seem like he likes one violence and gore? And the fact is, if it's just violence for violence sake, that makes it good for him. But other than that, it's just like, dude, what are you complaining about? Like, I just like, just judging by the few videos that I saw from Under the Mayo, it just seems like he doesn't have it seems like he doesn't have a good grasp on character, plot, or story for that matter. If it's not straightforward, then he doesn't get it. But let's finish this video. Come on, let's go before
comedy or in a period piece. It's a timeless kind of story that is put into a sci-fi genre setting. And The Matrix loses that. The Matrix dives 100% into its genre while leaving the universal appeal of the first movie through its character story. And I think the fashion aspect of it, of everyone in the movie appearing the same way in The Matrix, was a big signal that they were going to lose that. You could even see it. I didn't notice it then, but looking back now, before the movie came out, there were a lot of promotional posters that were teasing the movie, and there were individual posters of each character in the movie. Like, there was a Neo poster, a Morpheus poster, one of the twins, and like that cut their heads off, and you could only see their torso down to like their pelvic area of the outfits that they were wearing. And at the time, they were really exciting. Like, oh my God, look at this, a Neo poster, a Morpheus poster. But if you look at them now, they were big red flags. Because if you look at the fashion of the first movie, the things they're wearing in The Matrix are pretty grounded. If you look at Trinity, you look at Neo, Like their fashion is
Wait, what? Wait. The fashion in the original Matrix was grounded. You said that Trinity was wearing a leather tank top and she was flying around and kicking around everywhere. That's grounded. That's grounded. Wow. Fuck. Wow. I have a misunderstanding of what grounded is. Okay. Okay. Wow. Grounded. Damn it. Oh, okay. Let's. By the way, Hell Satan, we're doing a new person called Under the Mayo. And here's his. I got to pull up his avatar, but he is literally called Under the Mayo. Let's go.
is cool, but it's not really extravagant. And in The Matrix Reloaded, suddenly everyone's wearing like $1,000 designer coats and ties and all this stuff. And like they were marketing the fashion of The Matrix as its own thing separate from the movie.
Wait! Oh, God. Oh, God. Wait. So, you're telling me where you can make yourself look like anything, have any sort of resource that you can carry into the Matrix, that you can dress however you want, however cool you want. Somebody, Under the Mayo has literally said that he wears all black because mostly wears all black and shit. And you're complaining that a digital code that you can construct to make yourself just look all to the nines, that you would just wear some bullshit? Like, and I'm not just talking about you have the nice clothes to wear and shit like that. The shit is perfectly tailored and fitted to you. You can just wear it like a motherfucking boss, like you got your own motherfucking personal tailor. And you think somebody's gonna be walking around frumpy and shit? I would feel better if these motherfuckers had spandex or some shit like that on to make it look obvious that they're gonna be flipping around. But you are complaining that they had a budget for the movie to look better. Wow. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Let's finish this.
And that was a big red flag. Like I remember, like in the first movie, yeah, like they were wearing sunglasses some of the time. And then in the sequel, suddenly they're marketing like a Matrix line of sunglasses. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of getting off topic. I'm starting to talk about all kinds of things. Basically, I feel like the Matrix sequels were very style over substance. Like they're the perfect example of that. And, oh, you know what? Okay. So talking about everyone in the Matrix appearing in the goth fashion style, it's a really bad idea. So if you had taken it where different crews of people kind of appear in their own ways because they're different personalities, that would have been much cooler and much more realistic.
But you're missing the point. Oh my God, it didn't mean that their style of dress was gonna be like they were visioning the Matrix. Mr. Anderson was dressing in a fucking business suit and frumpy ass tie. But when he got into the Matrix, he immediately started changing to like just a stylized version of himself. It is not the fashion that they meant, dog. It was the way their hair was. And Morpheus even says it. It's the way your hair is, the fact that your plugs are going. That's what he was talking about, not the style of clothes. And I'm sorry you're not smart enough to catch that, even though they blatantly said it. While you're just like, just like praising down at the feet of the Matrix, the original movie, because I don't know reasons, because you missed the point of the fact that the second and third movie, which is like heavily about philosophy and who you are as an identity and how your identity shapes the world and what you would give up for that identity to be who you are. I'm sorry, but you don't. Oh God, you're hung up. Your biggest problem with the Matrix sequels is the fact that everybody dressed all in goth. Mind you, these are all soldiers in an army. Okay.
But if we go with the premise of the Matrix sequels, where every single person that appears in the Matrix appears with sunglasses and leather coats, aren't they making themselves a huge target for the agents? Because if everyone who comes from the outside world into the Matrix looks a certain way, well then looking that way makes them big targets, big obvious targets for the agents.
What? You don't say! Wait, what? It's almost as the agents knew that they were outsiders. Almost as if the agents couldn't connect with them because they were not connected to the Matrix. Oh my God. Why? This is why I hate people that just don't pay attention to the movies and oh God. And then they try to make these big long videos talking about this one sorry point. Oh my God. Let's almost finish.
Agents would always be on the lookout for people in sunglasses and leather trench coats. It's kind of like,
yeah, because we know nobody else walks down the street with sunglasses and leather trench coats. Yeah, like, oh yeah, sunglasses and leather trench coats. Let's get at it on it. Like, line them up. Like, wait, what? Okay.
Like, it's kind of like in Star Wars when in the first movies, like Obi-Wan Kenobi was like hiding on another world, and he was wandering through the deserts in like a big robe, and that was just the way that he looked. They didn't actually say that the Jedi dressed that way. That was just the way that Obi-Wan Kenobi dressed while he was hiding out on a planet. But then the prequels established this thing where all Jedi dress in these robes. And that makes the original movie not make sense at all. Because if Obi-Wan Kenobi is trying to hide on another planet,
oh my God,
then why would he dress like all?
Oh my God. Wait. He didn't. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. So he was saying that because the Jedi dressed a certain way, that Obi-Wan would stick out because he was a Jedi. Oh God. Yes. Hell Satan, his surface, like, my brain is hurting. Oh, it's not like that if you had the Force, you can hide yourself from the Force. Oh, wait, you can. Oh, okay. Whew.
All Jedis dress in the robes. Wouldn't he dress differently so he doesn't attract attention? It's a very similar problem, where they take something that makes sense in the original movie, but then they turn that into some other aspect of the mythology that ends up...
He keeps playing this scene as if other people, like, even in this scene, and I know you guys can't see it because I have my screen kind of chopped off, but over here to the left, it's a person who is in a white color, like robe or jacket. And yes, they have sunglasses on, but God damn, he's stupid. Okay, let's go.
Contradicting what they originally established. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you excited for the next Matrix movie? I am kind of excited. I'm going to go in with moderate expectations. I'm just hoping for a fun movie that has some good character stuff.
Wow. Okay. No. Like, how much do you guys, like, for real? Like, all right. So, you guys in the chat first. He was about to fucking shield, and I'm gonna shield first. If you're watching this video, you've made it this far, please like, subscribe. If you're watching the stream live, hit the hit the like button. If you're disliking the video, hit the thumbs down. It both of them lets me know how the video is going. But this guy's surface, like, look what he said about RoboCop. Like, what is, how? Well, the way you look in the Matrix is your identity. That just means that, like, Morpheus actually explains it, but he wants to put it on a knock. Like, chances are he didn't understand the philosophy that was going on in the Matrix sequels. Man, Joe, you get the daily double. Like, like, oh my God, these guys who had media cater so much to them, who had so much just, you know, simpleton explanations for them, where it's just like, no, that's not what the movie was. If anything, the movie itself was so focused on identity, and even in the goth leather trench coats, it was so much diversity in the way these people looked, and of course they stood out. That was the point of them dressing like that, because they wanted to stand out from the crowd of the actual the actual rest of the people that were caught in the Matrix. And if you want to read further into it from more of the true meaning of what we come to find out that the Matrix movies are about, was the identity of transitioning. It's more of the, hey, we have a style that makes us stand out, and it makes us look different to the rest of the world. They went for the goth aesthetic instead of the queer aesthetic, or the transgender aesthetic. But still, it was the, we stand out. And that's the thing to it. Now, I can't speak to that because that's not my thing, but it was more of the whole, hey, we have an aesthetic that makes us stick out. And we all have the same mindset of a different identity of who we are, and this is our group. The fact that he can't get that, or doesn't understand that, or keep up with the original directors and the authors actually said about the movies that they made. Yeah, sure. You're mad at the Matrix sequels because everybody dressed in a goth aesthetic. Yeah, sure. But anyway, as I said before, guys, if you're watching this video on playback, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share the video. Anyway, thank you for watching this clip. If you're in live chat, stick around. We have some more videos to go over. And yeah, if you want to actually help out the stream, you can actually reach my Streamlabs up top at Streamlabs at Crimson60620, or I have a Cash App at Crimson60620, or my PayPal. Thank you, and we're cutting the clip right here. Oh my God, these people, boy, these people. Wow. Yay. I got that off the bat. Wow. Interesting video to start with, right? Interesting video to start with. So, yeah. I think we're gonna do like 2 more videos today. I'm actually feeling a little bit better than normal, so I'm just having fun with this. It's having fun. So let's go to the next video. Yeah, let me check that before we go to that next video. Okay. You get featured. That get features. Oh wow. Hold on. Yes. Thank you, Joe. Love it. I'm going to piss on you. Drip, drip, drip. Man, I ran into R. Kelly the other day. He gonna say, how you make a video about pissing on people? He said, motherfucker, how you gonna make a video about pissing on people? Okay. This serves. Yes, Joe. Thank you. Oh shit. Yes. Thank you. Oh God, that is a well-deserved laugh. That's a well-deserved laugh. Yes. Haters gonna hate, lovers gonna love. I don't even want to do none of these above. I want to piss on you. Yes, I do. PP on you. Okay. Too much fun between videos. All right. Yeah, Bill Cosby defended R. Kelly. Like, the fuck? Yeah, no. Like, no. Fuck Bill Cosby. And he admitted, like, this is the thing about Bill Cosby that I don't get. He admitted to doing it. And the only reason why he got off is because the DA kind of made a deal that he wouldn't go after him if he admitted to the shit admitted to the shit. And then the new DA is like, no, fuck that. You admitted to a crime. So, let's go after your ass. Yeah, Ziggurat, you didn't hear? R. Kelly got convicted. Yes, he got convicted. He is going to jail and may not see the outside. He got convicted of the assault and racketeering. So he actually caused a criminal organization to keep his victims quiet. And there's a suspicion, and they're investigating that he may have actually used strong-armed thugs to win his conviction from his previous case. Yeah, that I'm like, wow, that happened. Yeah. Rappers like, oh yeah, Bill Cosby, I grew up watching him, but he was a predator. There were stories about what was going on between him and Lisa Bonet. It's like, yo, like that shit right there wasn't actually good. And of course, the fact that they found out, I remember the tragedy that his oldest son died. But that's right when it was coming out that he had fathered a woman's child outside of his marriage. And it's like, yo, dude, this is what's going on. And people shamed her to be quiet because, oh, his son just died. But bitch, he was missing child support. Like, the fuck? Anyway. Speaking of toxic ass employers. Hey, guess what I do? And I am fortunate enough to do this. And I want to say, I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion gloating or touting this against everybody. But I work from home. I take phone calls from our call center, and I work from home. And I'm fortunate enough to do it. I've been doing it since the start of the pandemic. I even moved from one location to the next, and I was able to continue working from home. And I find it great. And there are some of you guys that are able to work from home. It's awesome. It's wonderful. But there is one thing that I wanted to make sure that I always did when I worked from home. When they was offering to send me from home. You know what I did? I made sure that if you're going to send me home to work, you're going to give me a computer. I would not let my company put any parts of their software on my computer. That shit wasn't going to happen. Because I know one thing. If they fucking contract your programs while you're at work on their network, they will try to do it on your machine. And whenever I heard somebody say, oh, I'm going to just use my laptop. No, you give me your equipment to run your network. And it wasn't conspiratorial because I knew that in my job in a call center, that they can actually listen in on your calls whenever they fucking liked. And I didn't want them to put any type of tracking software on my computer. And it seems that my fears were founded because this is something that came out in June 2020. Yeah, I know this video is about a year old, but it's been something that I've been wanting to talk about. Let's go.
Many people are stuck working at home right now. And according to a new survey, 77% of workers want to continue to work from home once the pandemic is over.
The COVID.
And that's actually something that's really, well, let's just say, it was bullshit. For so long, they told people so many times, well, we can't have you working from home. We can't guarantee that things will work. But as soon as things start shutting down, that it was almost inevitable that people start working from home and companies got that network up and going. Do you know how many people that had disabilities that could have used to be able to work from home? How many people that lived so far away that they could have worked from home and they didn't have to spend hours on end in traffic? But, you know, companies, one, they didn't trust their workers not to work if they weren't staring down at them. And two, they just didn't see any profit in it. But let's go.
The COVID-19 crisis has accelerated the global embrace of remote by at least 10 years. So you have tens of millions of people now that are suddenly remote, many of whom are doing this for the first time.
It's a new experience for many employers, too.
For some people, there's a real fear of if you send all of your employees to work from home, won't they just watch Netflix, play video games, not get dressed, and you'll still be paying them?
So some employers are turning to productivity management software or...
I want to actually address that. All right, so here, story time. I used to work for Comcast. I definitely used to work for Comcast. And they actually had a worker at home program. Do you know they used to put cameras on people when they worked from home and still required them to dress up as if they were at the office? Yeah, these motherfuckers will put cameras in your home and require you to dress up as if you were in the office. Never mind the fact that they were recording your phone calls. Never mind the fact that they literally would have you clock in and clock out. But they were so mistrustful of their employees that they literally had to have a camera on your ass in order to just guarantee that you're doing work. Guarantee that you're ready for the office. Guarantee that you're have some sort of boomer idea of office culture and camaraderie. Yeah, sure. But let's continue.
Or other kinds of surveillance to track their employees while they work from home. As a result, employee tracking software has seen a significant spike in recent months.
So, again, this was in 2019, in 2020, June 19, 2020. The tracking software was already there, but more and more companies are trying to use this shit. But let's go.
The idea of being tracked at work isn't anything new.
We sign off a lot of our rights when we go to work for someone, and it's in that big pile of paper that you get on your first day.
In many ways, surveillance at work goes back as far as work does. Employers have an interest in trying to understand what people are doing when they're...
You know what? That's actually something that is so fucking true. was part of my new job when the company that I was working for was bought by another. They literally tried to say, and that our image can be used on their social media accounts, and it's like, whoa, this is like, why? Well, it's and it's just like, you actually have it where, like, companies, you effectively sign away your privacy. And if you're watching in the States, you know that in most cases, you don't have many rights as an employee. In almost all the states, it's a right to work state, which is a fancy way of saying a right to fire you whenever the fuck we feel like it. These are the employers that wants 2 weeks notice from you when you're going to quit, but they can fire you at any time. Yeah. Welcome to America. But let's go.
Paying for them to be at work.
Anyone who works in IT can tell you that if you are in fact working in the employer's place of business using employer provided laptops and or other computer equipment, and you are transmitting information across employer owned networks, you are absolutely being monitored and surveilled.
Many of these kind of monitoring processes have already been experimented on what people consider to be low skilled workers. In the UK, for example, it's been very common to have biometric scanners for cleaners to know, how long they've been in a room for, and how quickly things have been done and so on. Is a lot of these technologies have been introduced already, and now they're starting to kind of flow up the chain of the workforce and be used elsewhere. And I think
so. Like, listen to that shit. Instead of respecting your cleaning staff enough to know that, hey, I know you guys are cleaning this shit. No, they're starting to do biometrics in order to verify that somebody's in a room cleaning as quickly and as responsible as they want. Like, do you trust? Like, these companies don't trust you. If you're working for a company, they don't fucking trust you. They don't trust you to do your job. If they have to monitor you like this, they don't fucking trust you. And it's sad because it's like, they expect you to trust them 100%. But let's continue.
I think the shift to working from home means that many of those forms of surveillance, which perhaps we have taken for granted while we're at work, are now reaching into our homes.
Many companies that existed pre-pandemic have already developed software to track employees in a variety of ways. There's ProtoScore, HubStaff, InterGuard, Time Doctor, Terramind, VeryClock, Transparent Business, and many others. ProtoScore alone has seen a 600% uptick in interest from prospective customers since COVID-19.
Yeah, because here's the thing, and here's the fun fucking part about that. There are some, like, I'm just gonna say it, there are bullshit jobs. There are bullshit jobs, there are bullshit jobs, there are bullshit jobs. There are jobs where it only exists because someone is there to make money. Not that it helps the world. Not that it fucking, does some good to society. Not as if those jobs, if they were to disappear tomorrow, the world would keep going. Teachers, firemen, garbage collectors, if they were gone tomorrow, we would have a problem in 4 days. But fucking bankers, investment bankers, motherfucking call centers, sales staff, if they were gone tomorrow, your life would probably markedly become easier. I got one for you. Insurance company, auditors. Yeah, no. These are all bullshit jobs. And then on top of those bullshit jobs, you have to have, wait for it, taskmaster jobs to order to make sure that the peons are doing their work. And if you can't monitor the peons doing their work visually, then the taskmaster jobs feel like they lost a way to look good. And so they now have a way of trying to monitor people. And it's bullshit because in the end, if you don't trust your employees to work, why do you even have them as employees? But let's go. A 600% in software monitoring in one company alone.
Recently, CNBC's Eric Chemi spoke with its CEO.
We take a number of data points, be it a CRM tool that they're currently using, a phone system like Vonage, an email system, it could be G Suite or Microsoft 365. We aggregate all those data points in a real-time proprietary dashboard that provides them a weighted score. We record and transcribe all your phone calls.
Well, everything I say on the phone
is transcribed. So we now
recorded.
All of it is recorded. We use AI tools to massage that into a real-time score that you see, as does your boss and the CEO and the VP of sales and the chief revenue officer. Everyone is seeing the productivity. Every morning you come to your desk.
Now, keep in mind, he's literally saying this. This is literally a CNBC reported talking to a president of a company that is saying that, hey, we monitor you. We check your productivity. Now, mind you, yes, you can be given certain productivity scores, but that don't mean that it always equals correctly, or they're transcribing your phone calls through AI learning. Who's to say this AI can actually pick up your voice correctly? Have you tried doing a voice to text type? Like, AI is okay, but it's not perfect. Monitoring your emails, there are some programs that even monitor how long it's been since you typed something on the keyboard or moved your mouse. But yeah, no, sure. As GA said, techno-fascism, which is, just techno-capitalism. But anyway, let's go.
You have an email from us. You have your productivity score, your proto scores on the first line of the email. Your score yesterday for proto score was 74. Your colleagues were 90. They've done more. And it's a tool that you could gauge yourself against your peers.
One example.
So wait a minute. Not only is it a way of shaming you, not only is it a way of monitoring you, but it's a way of self-flagellation, where you're just like, not self-flagellations, self-humiliation or humiliation, where you feel that, and I fucked up the word, so fuck it. If you can counsel me for that, but you're literally blaming yourself for not keeping up with your colleague, or they may have found a way of gaming the system and you're trying to do it correctly, but for some reason the score is different, and then all it comes down to, you're broken down to a number. He even said it. They sent it to the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, in order to say that this person is costing me money or not. That's all you are to these fucking companies. Can I trust them to make me money or not? And the guy, the CEO, is like, yeah, no, this is good. By the way, employee software, monitoring software, to that extent, it's a bullshit job. But let's go.
Example of a company that uses ProtoScore is Vonage.
I've recently, in the last year, pre-pandemic, gone to a virtual Salesforce because of the capabilities with ProtoScore.
Was there ever any pushback from employees that are like, oh, I don't like that you're tracking everything. This feels a little too big brothery?
Of course, it depends. But again, that always depends on who, in sales, if you want to be victim, you can always play a victim, right?
Right.
Wait, do you hear that shit? It's like, oh, no. It's like, if you want to be a victim of us monitoring you, then you're going to always be a victim. Wow. You're not a victim unless you consider yourself a victim. Other than that, it's just business. Oh, okay, let's go.
Guys who go out and get things done are those who use these tools for their advantage. And they know we're watching, which is always good.
Another company working in the...
He said they know we're watching, which is always good. The Big Brother wasn't a good thing. Like, these people are so far up their own ass that they believe that they're doing a good thing by relentlessly monitoring their employees. Okay, let's go.
The same space is Transparent Business, which takes a different approach but has seen a 500% spike in users month to month since COVID-19. Transparent Business is different from ProtoScore in that it doesn't track anything until workers manually clock in. but it records those exact times and uploads a stream of desktop screenshots to your manager when you are clocked in. You do have the ability to delete those screenshots after the fact or clock out and stop them entirely.
Our technology.
So, listen to this shit. Like, they send a screenshot. So, checking your bank, Lord knows, like let's just be completely honest. Never check your social media accounts on your company computer. I know I will never check my social media accounts on my company computer. One, because my Twitter is a fucking landmine that I don't even show on stream unless I know what I'm showing. Two, like my Facebook, even though it's controls on there and it doesn't have the same amount of liberties, I still will get, we need to talk to you because we saw this on your computer. Like, they're taking screenshots. Do you know how many people I saw try to access their bank account information on the company computer? And I would look at them like, no. Because these fuckers are wow. Okay, let's go.
Allows for the monitoring and tracking of the work that the user, the worker, reports as work done.
Like, I'm not making fun of her accent, but she was like, this woman right here looks like Botox is her friend. Like, she barely moved her lips in that whole situation. But let's go.
Monitoring and tracking of the work that the user, the worker, reports as work done. Basically, instead of reporting to an office, we report to the cloud. And the cloud is the canvas, and digitizing the workflow enables us to work better. And
wait, I was joking about they're tracking your keyboard and mouse movements, but they are literally tracking your keyboard and mouse movements. Wow. Okay.
And keep people accountable for the work that they do.
Transparent Business says that this type of system is both easier for the worker and ultimately results in them having more privacy.
It's about consent.
How?
When you have a worker going to the office, you are monitoring them all the time. There are cameras everywhere, and this is an invasion.
Wait. Them taking a screenshot of what you're doing. Them actually monitoring your keystrokes and mouse movements leads to more privacy and freedom of an employee? How, Sway? How? How does that work that way? Okay, let's go.
To the privacy. People are super stressed out. They don't need a micromanager on top of their head. So with this, they just can say, okay, my process is transparent. I'm actually working. So as I'm actually working, I can share what I'm doing with you.
Oh, it's if you're not doing anything wrong, then you shouldn't have anything to hide. Yeah, sure. That's how that works. No, the fuck! That's not how that works! Fuck! Okay. This is pissing me off.
For one registered nurse in Arizona, the implementation of new tracking software at her job with a major U.S. healthcare company had a huge impact.
About a year in, they switched over to this real-time energy. So instead of going per case, it was per amount of time that you were actively working. And they knew exactly when you started your computer and you logged in, how much time you were on the phone. Everything was marked, counted. One of my friends said, I'm quitting. This is micromanaging. I'm not going to do it. And I thought, why are you getting so angry? Because if you're doing your job, it should measure out. But then on my one-on-one, I got in trouble because I had too much non-productive work. I didn't move my mouse, or I had too much lock time or something, and I got in trouble. And that upset me because I know I'm a hard worker and that shouldn't have happened. The conclusion.
So this is the shit that I'm talking about. It's not a problem until it affects me. Like, she even said her coworker was like, no, don't, no, this shit is bad. This shit is bad. She's like, nah, if you're doing your work. But I got in trouble because I didn't move my mouse enough. Wait, what? Yeah, I got in trouble because I didn't move my mouse enough and I didn't type enough. Like, more surveillance is never a good thing. Okay, story time. Let's go. Hey, come closer. when you try to catch everything, you miss out on the little tips. Like, for real, if you're trying to watch somebody so much that you're paying attention to everything, that becomes noise after a while. I don't know. I don't know. Like, okay. Wait, they try to fire you for doing too much work? Oh, that's what you look. As Josh Fluke, a YouTuber that I watch, actually says, no, you should just always give them about 60%. And when you really need to turn it up to 80%. But always give work 60%. Never give 100%. Because they will fuck you over. The prize for doing your work quickly and efficiently? More work! If you do your work quickly and efficiently, guess what you get? You get more work. Yay! Not more money. Not a quicker way of promotion. You get more work. Yay! Let's get back to the video.
Conclusion of all of this is that I left my job. It just it was just too stressful. I didn't enjoy what I was doing anymore.
But the big question is, does this actually get results? Because for many managers and CEOs, losing productivity as a result of more workers working from home is a huge concern.
As a C-level employee or colleague myself, as a person, I've always been very fearful of employees being remote. I've always wanted them in the office. I wanted to look at them, feel them. I'm a very tactile leader, I think, and I wanted that. And I was...
Oh, so he's fucking admitting that shit. He's literally admitting that shit. He's literally admitting that he doesn't trust his employees. Fuck. Like, okay. Let's go.
Always uncomfortable. Are they working? How do we assess them working? And this has comforted me. And a lot of CEOs I talk to that are using the product now, it's comforting them that they are actually getting activity and productivity from their staff while being remote.
Oh, no. You're getting activity. But trust and believe you, motherfucker, that the only people that's doing a corporate simpleton shit, the corporate simpleton shit is like literally the people that is trying to self-select to climb up that ladder. But yeah, you're pushing more people away. That's why we have the Great Resignation, where people are saying like, no, fuck this. For this meager amount of money, I might as well do something better. And they don't get that. They are making themselves their own worst enemy. But let's continue.
Seen as an easy option. You buy a software package, you have it installed on people's computers. You then feel like as an employer that you're somehow in control of, this new dispersed workforce that are all working from home.
But if you look at the academic research on the topic, you find that these systems might not be accomplishing what you expect.
The evidence most broadly in the academic literature is that hard quantitative targets don't work. They don't make people feel good about their work. They don't make people feel happy and secure in their employment. And so they tend to have an effect of, burnout is one of the main ones, and decreasing morale.
Implementing surveillance or productivity tracking essentially masks a deeper, more systemic issue. And that is, do people actually know what makes them successful at work?
We've known.
Oh, no. What makes people successful at work is the people who they know. Literally. It's not the quality of work you do. It's not how much work you do. It's who you know and how you can climb up the ladder. That's it. That, I guarantee you. Here. Trust me on this one. You guys tell me, if you've risen to a higher position at work, is it because of your work ethic or is it because of who you know? Trust me on that. I've been working in a corporate field for almost 20 years, from mall kiosks to call centers for the last 11 years. Is it what you know or who you know? Maybe you guys can actually help me. I know I have some people that have actually been in the corporate world for a while and some who haven't. but you tell me, is it what you do or who you know? But let's continue.
Since the 50s, that people do their best when they're given their goals, they're given the tools to meet their goals, and they're set on their way.
There are ways in which the psychological pressures of being watched can actually impair productivity.
You want to say to an employer, have you thought about talking to your workers? Like asking them what's going on, like having a discussion, because often, it's that kind of genuine engagement that is what makes everybody's experience of work better.
Data generally shows that employees are actually more productive when they work from home because they usually start earlier and they work later with fewer interruptions than they do in the office.
So if people are on average as productive or more productive at home, are there still reasons to use a system like this?
Inevitably, averages mask people who are both less productive and more productive. And so because you can't distinguish who those employees individually are, who are more productive and less productive, unless you actually track them, that's the justification for tracking them.
When you don't have visibility, you don't know who is like really working super hard and who is taking a COVID-19 vacation.
I do think that there are very few times in the workplace where you could reasonably say the employer doesn't have a right to know what I'm doing or to not control my behavior or my conduct. And
so you just keep hearing it that, and I get it. These are leaders, so the comments are a little bit self-selective to it. But you keep hearing it's like, oh no, even though the averages are up higher, people are doing more productivity, we still got to watch everybody. We still have to watch them. We still have to make sure that they're doing their work because reasons. And if you don't trust your employees, don't keep them hired. Find somebody new. That's the end of the story. You shouldn't have to track keystrokes. You shouldn't have to track mouse movements. You shouldn't have to track every second that an employee is actually doing their job to make sure that they're doing their job. Productivity based on some arbitrary KPIs can be just as detrimental as not giving somebody direct, concise instructions. But they don't want to hear that. What they want to hear is, oh no, buy our tracking software, so you can make sure that you're cracking that fucking whip. But let's go.
And so we increasingly find that employees are willing to forgo some of their privacy in exchange for jobs, particularly in the current economy.
A lot of these questions.
So in other words, employees are saying like, damn, I need to like eat and have a roof over my head. Maybe need to pay for transportation. So, yeah, like, let me make my Faustian bargain. Like, that's not a good thing that people are willing to give up their privacy in order to not face economic violence. And I know you're thinking like, hey, Crimson, nobody's putting a gun to these employees' head. They have a choice of wanting to work there or not. Even look, even the nurse, she said that she quit because of the tracking software. But here's the thing: there was overt physical violence, but there's still economic violence. If I don't have a job, I don't eat and I die. If I don't have a job, I don't have a home and I'm exposed to the elements and I die. That's still violence. But motherfuckers don't see it that way because you have a choice. You have a choice. You don't have to do it or not. But let's continue.
Lead to bigger ongoing issues about data and privacy.
I think there's this idea that, if you're generating data, capturing data from people when they're working from home, at least then you as a manager can say, well, I brought this software in, I've tried to do everything I could do.
I mean, for me, it's okay if they use it in terms of big data. Okay, in general, these are the things that we need to work on. We've got people spending too much time on chat or whatever it is. But when it gets down to individual data, it's just, I can't think of any other reason you would do it than you don't trust your people.
And while worker surveillance...
And she just said it. A lot of it is about not trusting the people.
Surveillance isn't anything new. Much of this particular kind of surveillance is new.
The law simply is not keeping up with this technology. Right now, what we have are general laws that say, while employees don't have a lot of privacy, they do have some, right? And so the law really does need to play catch up. I think it is probably true that we need to be advocating for greater legal protections and greater restrictions on what employers reasonably can and cannot do.
Both ProtoScore and Transparent Business promote the idea of openness and keeping workers informed on what's happening, but companies are not legally required to do that.
So you don't need their permission because it's all company
data. It's all company data. It's the company, the systems they are currently using. So there's a lot of data points that companies get. They don't have to share. We have.
So this goes back to my original point where I wasn't going to let them put their tracking software on my computer. First, I watch too much porn on my computer in order to be able to like let them track. They like, what is this? Big booty threesomes and gaggy, like the public sex in parks. Like, no, you're not gonna know what porn I like to watch, unless I tell you on a live stream. That's my job. Isn't gonna know what porn I like to watch. Fuck. If people in my job saw the videos that I do, they would have a conversation with me. But no. This is the reason why I don't surf YouTube on my work computer. This is why I have this computer set up. Because they don't have to tell you that they're monitoring you. They don't. Because you don't have because you're using their equipment, you don't have a right to privacy. And as we all know, with so much malware that it's hard to keep malware quarantined on a section of your own computer. So no, give me company equipment. Like Joe said, give me company equipment to do my work. And they did. But let's continue.
Advocate for sharing it.
So if they don't track and surveil workers, what should companies be doing when their employees are working from home? Darren Murph is head of remote for GitLab, a company that has operated its more than 1,200 person workforce all remotely since its inception.
For a lot of managers, this is a jarring moment for them where they have to kind of question everything that has got them thus far and learn in real time what it takes to be a great remote manager.
GitLab doesn't use surveillance software. It instead focuses on documenting metrics and objectives, fostering open communication, and emphasizing results.
The key.
Wait, talking to your employees like they're peoples and not just numbers on a spreadsheet? What? No. Let's go.
Here is, don't just look at how often someone is sitting in front of their keyboard or in front of their desk. That was never a great way to measure productivity, even in the office. Fundamentally, we believe that you should measure results, not hours spent.
And that's how it already works for many people in management.
When are we going to start measuring the CEO's productivity?
At the end of the day, it's investor returns and how we do that.
So, yes, let's put this shit on the CEO's fucking computer. Let's monitor that shit. But as soon as we say that shit, look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker. Watch the question.
Measuring the CEO's productivity.
At the end of the day, it's investor.
Like, no.
Let's go. Returns and how we do that and grow the stock price, right? For public or private companies.
We have milestones, we have due dates, we have reminders, but it's on each individual and team and leader to use these functions to keep us all on track. At the core of it, humans are not robots. We are empathetic beings, and especially in a remote setting, the fabric of that, the culture of that is really important for morale to stay high and for people to feel like they're connected as a team and not just another cog in the wheel.
For some, much of this comes down to what it is you're trying to accomplish in the first place.
Is that drive?
So it's funny because like you had GitHub, which isn't a small company. They are a large company. They are known for programming. We just set them goals and we talk to our employees, and then we expect results. That's it. Like treating people like adults instead of trying to manage them like they're children in elementary school. But so much of this boomer shit, and Joe, I know you're a boomer, but like you're not like the rest of these boomers that I be seeing. Like, no, we need to monitor you. We need to monitor you. And it's just like, yeah, no, fuck. All right, yeah. Hey, enjoy the rest of your night, Joe. But yeah, like, no, we need to monitor these people. And it's fucking stupid. And I'm like, wow, okay. But let's finish this video out.
Towards productivity, the only thing that we want from work. If it is, buy the software packages, have viewing of people's desktops while they're at home the whole time. But I don't think that's the kind of organization that many people want to work for today. One of the kind of lessons that people maybe can take away from this during the pandemic is just because a new tool is going to be used or is proposed to be used, doesn't mean it has to be. Work should...
Wait, Wait, did that just say? Hold on.
Just because a new tool is going to be used,
the right way to bargain with an employer. Wait, like this cartoon is so fucked up. Oh yeah, I'm working hard and this motherfucker is over. Like the right way to bargain with an employer is like, yo, you give me what I want or I'm gonna leave. After you've already signed up your new job, then you leave, because if you stay after you had to ask them or demand to get more, then you're not liked at that company. You just kept around. But let's go.
Or is proposed to be used, doesn't mean it has to be. Work should be a negotiation.
So this is a point of inflection for managers and workers both.
And there are many employers that are looking at this and thinking, this is a real opportunity to reshape work, to change whether people think surveillance is acceptable or not, to change who needs to be in the office and who doesn't. Will it benefit people who are working and are now able to work in new ways, or will it benefit employers who will find new ways to get the most out of people's time they've bought, to make people work even harder and so on?
Employees can help too. You can manage up. Working from home, particularly when you're new to it, and particularly when your manager is new to it, requires more communication, not less. Checking in the morning, checking in the afternoon, having once a week get-togethers and micro goals, so that you both understand, okay, am I working on the right thing? Am I getting my job done? And you're sort of telling your manager, don't worry about it, I'm getting my job done.
I think for companies far and wide, you're starting to see that the further people are from you, the more you have to let go and enable them and empower them to move the business forward. You cannot run a remote team successfully long-term through micromanagement and fear. As we're seeing the world open up and remote opportunities are everywhere now, people that are under that type of duress will inevitably start to look at other companies which are more trusting and more autonomous.
All right. And the guy in the end said it all. The GitHub guy actually said it all. Employers need to understand that they're not hiring children. They're hiring adults. And if they don't trust their employees to do the job or get the job done, then fire them and hire more people. But see, that's not the problem. The problem is the employers just don't trust their people to do work. They expect all the trust in the world, but when it comes to you, they micromanage the shit out of you. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for watching this clip. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to help out, up top, you see like my Streamlab links. It would help a lot if you were to donate to the channel. It will help me out immensely. You have no idea how much that would actually help the channel grow and just be better. Other than that, please like, share the video. If you're watching it on playback, hit that subscribe button. And we're gonna end that section here. All right. Do we have enough time for one more video? I think I'm gonna try to squeeze two in. But we're gonna do. I want to at least address this video, and then we're gonna try to get to another video. Okay. Oh wow. So anyway, yeah. Oh wow. What gets me is that it's this mindset of, and just addressing the way work is ran now. They actually have studies where we can work 4 days a week, 6 to 7 hours a week, and for 6 to 7 hours a day. And for the people that may be watching internationally, it's already known that like America overworks its employees, and then they're concerned about the fact that there are so many underlying health conditions because all we do is work, and that Protestant work ethic is bullshit, and it just leads to more and more people feeling like all they do is live for work instead of working to live. They live to work. And like, especially with that great resignation that's going on, when so many people are looking to actually change jobs, it's just disheartening that you see so many people in leadership just like, oh, they're just lazy, they don't want to do the job. When I'm gonna be honest with you, some of these people, if they had to live by the metrics or the coders standards that a lot of the employees that they put under had to live under, they wouldn't have made it that far themselves. And like they forget that because, well, they're higher up now and they know what's going on. No, you don't. Nobody trains you for that. You learned on the fucking job, and a lot of times you didn't learn correctly. But anyway, yeah, like Christianity, which is probably one of the most socialist religions that is supposed to be, where everybody becomes a child of God and everybody's supposed to, you're supposed to work for everybody to go to heaven, has turned into this whole thing of just like, no, I need to be loved the most, and I need to get the most souls for God so I can have the biggest this. And it's like, if you care about winning souls, why does it matter if you are win more souls than the other one, as long as it, like, yeah, no, the Protestant whole idea of what's good, it needs to be rethunk. And I said it, rethunk. Okay, all right, we're gonna get to the next video. All right. If you don't know the history of this channel is where I've done a lot of MRA videos, and red pill videos and MGTOW videos, and I just, it's interesting the new different ways that a lot of guys come up with that idea of, because I can't tell a woman what to do, I'm mad. And when I saw this title, yeah, I just got that vibe. Check this out. We're scared, we're angry, love us, leave us alone. Confused? And I obviously has a picture of two young ladies. Obviously they're wearing makeup. One has a septum piercing. The other one has a fucking tattoo of what appears to be a skull and a butterfly. These are the troublesome girls that Coach Red Pill warns you about, because they're scary and they're angry. But let's hear. It's a guy named Hugh Man that's capitalized. Let's hear his take on why modern women aren't fun to be with. This should be interesting.
Okay, let's put aside the biological and social issues from a feeling.
Wait. Okay. I know I'm 39 years old and I'm old compared to like what appears to be the metrics of my audience, but wow. Okay, Dad. Like Gramps, Mr. Graybeard, as Lucas Warner will put, the Graybeards. Let's hear him talk about biological and all the other good shit like that, right? Let's go.
Okay, let's put aside the biological and social issues from a feeling perspective. Why do guys and girls want to get together?
Well, that's easy. To fight the cold darkness of loneliness that creeps into your soul when you don't have anybody to relate to. For sex, financial reasons, and because being around people is fun. Like I've just named you a few of the list, but that's why people like, you said guys and girls, not just like people altogether. Maybe they want to procreate. Like these are all the reasons. It's not just one reason. It's multiple different types of reasons. It depends on what you and your partner actually wants to do. But let's go.
What's the feeling? Because it's fun. And today's modern woman, her attitudes just aren't fun to be around.
Like he's trying to make this documentary style, and he's like, human. Like the fuck? Like you think that he may be compensating for some shit, or maybe feeling insecure about some shit that he has to capitalize man so big. But let's go.
Today's headlines all around Australia. Women's March for Justice. Get it? Marching in March for Justice. And thousands of women rally across Australia for slender with a G equality. Look, I've got nothing against people voicing their opinion and rallying together for something. And basically the answer was, and the push was for, more government funding for all women on all these fronts. So basically protection and money from the government.
Yes, especially if you pay taxes to said government because the government is for the people. Okay. Let's go.
Let's leave the rally aside for now. What I'd like to talk about is that women have cut the concept of liking a man, an individual man, enough to have him protect and provide for her. Women out there now saying to the government, their new husband, figuratively speaking, we want you protecting us with your laws en masse and en masse providing money for us.
Wait. Damn it. No, he didn't. He went to the old, well, men can't compete because of government. Fuck. Like, I understand that the government is fucking us all, but they can't literally fuck us all. Like, you don't have competition with the government. And like, what was killing me is that they're just asking for equal rights. Like, if that's a threat to you, if you feel that you can't get a woman because they should have equal protection under the law, then it's a problem with you, Chief, not with the government. But let's continue.
And so I started thinking about these psychological implications long-term for women because they're not used to being out alone in the world in this freedom and having the responsibility and the nervousness of not knowing how to protect yourself, how to provide. Men are wired to be more self-sufficient and put up with pain, fear.
Wait! He is really doing a thing! Oh, these women can't be out taking care of themselves. They don't know how to deal with it. They need a big, strong man to protect them. Like, for real, dog? For real. They're not used to it. They haven't been able to do it. Like, mind you, this whole thing, like, this reeks of false self-importance. And the fact is, what kills me is they used to tell men, like, oh, you need a wife to settle you down and make sure you become more responsible. But this fucker said, oh no, men are stronger, so they have to deal with pain. Like, why sell women short? Why? Oh, okay. Let's go.
Yeah, and uncertainty a lot better than women do. And so I was thinking about this protection.
Wait, women are socially encouraged to seem as if they're weaker, or seem as if they can be more unstable emotionally. They're socially encouraged. It's not even a fucking real fact. These are sociological behaviors that we force onto people. It's not even biological, because if it was biological, you wouldn't get men who are emotionally unstable, because there are a lot of men that are emotionally unstable. You wouldn't get strong women, but there are a lot of women who are strong and that can actually handle themselves. If it was so biological, you wouldn't have not just outliers, because it's more than just outliers. You have whole swaths of people who disprove your point. But let's continue.
And funding coming from a nebulous man. And how women already have a hard time with abstracts. You know, they don't go into STEM subjects. They're not interested in abstract subjects that much. You know,
Wait. People have a problem with abstracts. I want to see his citation that women can't, like, we have Like, shit. And I don't want to bring it up right now, but I know this to be true. It was a woman because she was a mother. She was a young mother, and she was in the field of science. She was actually able to determine the abstract concept of dark matter. Well, what do you mean by that? Like, literally, she was able to determine the fact that the stars on the outside of the gallery spin at the same rate as the stars on the inside of the galaxy, that led to the discovery of dark matter that's actually holding the galaxies in place. That's abstract. That's in the STEM. Like, we have these things. We know these things. But this bullshit ass motherfucker is just like, why shit on women? And not only that, but the fact that the women are actually starting to overtake men in stem cell stuff. And not stem cells, in STEM field stuff. But yeah, let's go.
They tend to be interested in people subjects, things in front of them, that they can literally relate to: a woman, her children, being social, things like that, jobs that are social. So feeling secure and good by having a...
Wait! Oh God, the gish gallop in this motherfucker is like, oh, women only want jobs as social. Because, no, it's not that we've excluded women from different jobs, either legally or culturally, because, you know, no dame is supposed to have that job. Like, literally, does he hear himself? Does he hear the shit that he's saying? Because it just sounds as if he's stuck in the 1950s to say, like, oh no, women don't deserve those jobs. Women don't need that job because it's a man's job. Like, okay, let's go.
Figurative government protect you and provide for you. I think it doesn't bode well for women because it's too abstract and nebulous a concept for them to ever feel secure or good about. Women can rally all they want, but when they go home to their cats and their tub of ice cream, they're not going to feel good because there's no one there to settle them in feeling protected or provided for. Yeah.
Wait, like, he did he just go there? He said these women are marching from the government, which has a responsibility to protect its citizens. It's a bad thing. And as soon as they finish marching, they're going to go back to their cat and ice creams. Like, what type of sexist bullshit is this shit? Like, wait, what? I thought this would be bad, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad. Like, he's recycling talking points from the 1960s. Oh, she's an old maid. And she's like shit from the 1930s. That she's just going home to her cat and her ice cream. The fuck? Like, I don't... Okay. Wow. This shit is breaking me. But let's continue.
You can get a few digits in your bank account to say, okay, I've got this. Or you can hear that the laws are being changed. And so again, conceptually, you can try to alleviate your concerns. But again, if you're not used to connecting concepts or being interested in them and coming to terms with them in some sort of grounded reality, like men are more likely to and find an interest in, I just don't think women are going to be satisfied going...
Wait, is he grounded in reality? I'm still so confused because, like... Does he, like, he keeps going back to reality and women need to have reality. They can't think of abstract concepts. Like, does he not know women artists? I'm confused with this. It's just like, how does this man, like, what does he think that, like, women are just almost automatons where they all need point A to point B and that's all I understand? Like, oh, okay. God, this is, oh God.
Forward, not that they are now, and they're less and less satisfied. They're scared, angry, annoyed, nervous, neurotic, paranoid. And nothing the world seems to do is ever enough. There's always a long way to go.
Wait, but this is the same shit that I see for MRA types. those incelebrate people and these MGTOW motherfuckers, every criticism that he just laid out for a woman can be laid out for them. Or maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's okay when men do it because they it's just showing strength, right? Let's continue.
Stats show men's happiness is increasing, women's is decreasing. And I think there's a direct correlation between...
Wait. Citation needed, dog. Citation needed. There have literally been shown that the male suicidality rate is actually climbing. The growing economic instability, the growing economic inequality, that's affecting men a lot more than women, because a lot of us men have our masculinity trapped inside the, well, if I don't make this amount of money, then I'm not a good man. It's just like, you're saying that men's happiness are rising quicker than the women's? I'm gonna need a citation, my friend.
Women wanting this new modern freedom, which I get from an individual point of view. I get it. But there's also the responsibility of that freedom. Being free and being autonomous and doing whatever you want leans in the direction of being self-sufficient and being alone. And I don't think women quite grasp the concept of individual freedom.
Wait, is it, again, like, please tell me that men are doing better with these concepts when we know that they're not. We see that they're not. And it's just like, this whole fucking format is about shitting on a woman and how weak she is compared, and she's weak enough to only want big daddy government to come and dick her down, or I guess can't dick her down, and she's lonely because she doesn't have a man in her home to protect her. Like, what type of shit is this? But let's continue.
Especially that individual part, that singularity where it's all up to you. There's responsibilities. You're vulnerable now. You have to take care of yourself. Why is romance going away? Because apparently you can take care of yourself. You don't need a man. Remember.
Wait, does he really think that the only reason why a woman would want to be with a man is so he can take care of her? No, he did not say that shit. Wait, how? Like, oh my God, these MRA type stupid motherfuckers. I don't get this shit about them, because as soon as they think that a woman is trying to get them for their money, then they want to call her a gold digger or a slut, and then only women want my money, and beta bucks, and alpha fucks, and beta bucks, all that other bullshit. It's like these people don't even like women. They just want a fucking walking, living, talking flashlight, a flashlight, in order to satisfy their need. And once they're done with them, they want to fucking discard them or put them up on a motherfucking shelf. Like, I don't get it. But let's continue.
What the words mean. Words actually have meaning. If you don't need a man, you're smart and capable, can do things on your own. Those words are applicable now in real life.
Wait, not needing somebody and wanting somebody is two different things. If I'm with a woman, I don't want to feel needed. I want to feel wanted. That's the thing. If I feel like I'm with a woman and she only is with me because of certain needs outside of the companionship, the wanting to get to know me and all the other good shit, if it's just financial or protective, that it doesn't have anything to do with me. It has something to do with my money or the perception of who I am, of what I can do for her. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, you are more than a wallet or a fucking sword for a woman. You are your person. But these motherfuckers have shit personality. So of course they don't want to advertise their personality. But let's go.
You can't just say them. You have to do them. And if you burnt the bridge of men en masse, and you proudly wear that t-shirt that you don't need no man, guess what? You have to work. You have to try and have a child on your own, work full time, provide, not feel lonely, be interested in abstracts because your home is empty. So you have to be comfortable with abstracts because alone at home, like a man, you have to start being interested in things. And not just saying you are, but actually...
Wait. So a consequences of not needing a man is that a woman can't want a man. Like, and again, we're just talking about the hets right now because let alone gay, bi, or pan people, like oh god, like that would blow this motherfucker's mind. I don't get it. Like, does he not understand that in a relationship you should feel wanted, not just needed? You should be feeling wanted more than anything else, not just needed. And then going down the list of, oh, you can have a kid by yourself, or you can work, and then you have to really enjoy a hobby. Like, what? Like, you have to do it like a man. Like, okay, that's not a issue, dog. Like, we literally you're on a platform where women actually have a hobby of making videos. Some of them have it their job, has it as their job. Are they fucking faking? All right, let's go.
really love it. And I don't see too many women doing that. And it brings me back to the concept of women just aren't that fun anymore to be around. They've lost their sense of humor. You look at the censorship, you look at comedy being sold, you look at the comedy of women compared to the comedy of men. The comedy of women, all exceptions duly noted, but overwhelmingly, the comedy of women is very gynecological and generally not as funny as the more witty generalized humor of guys.
So, in other words, men have witty generalized humor. Women talk about their vaginas. Like, literally. That's what he just said. And oh. Men have logical comedy that I can relate to, because we all know that if it's something that you can relate to, it doesn't make you laugh. But women talks about their vagina and the fact that they're a woman, and that's not funny to me, because I hate women. Like, the fuck. That's the whole thing. Like maybe it's our difference in comics, but I know a lot of men that are making jokes because they're a man and have a lot of jokes about their penis size or what they did with their penis or the fact that they're a man and all this other good shit, specifically that they're a man, or how they had this particular, how they had their kids and what that means, and relating to women. But yeah, no, men have generalized more open jokes, and women just talks about their vaginas. Vaginas. Yes. But let's continue.
And there are a couple of funny female comedians, but generally the overwhelming majority are male. Women are less and less funny to be around. And if women can't laugh at themselves, if they're less and less prone to laugh...
Wait. I love how he throws these stupid ass texts. Women can't laugh at themselves like guys can. Some of that is self-deprecating humor, and some of them isn't fucking being humorous at all. They're being goddamn serious, and in some cases they're being self-harmful. But no, this is it's a man thing. You have to be strong as a man, and then you make jokes about it because nothing says tough like psychological pain and trauma in, not dealing with it, right? Right. All right. Cool. Yes. Okay. Let's go.
After, if they can't exude humor and having a bit of levity in life, why would a man want to spend time with that person? The average modern woman who...
Well, some people aren't into goofy people. Some people aren't into funny life of the party people. Like, that's just the thing, dog. It's like he's taking his own personal And I know he's taking his own personal bias and applying it to everybody. But that's not how everything works. All right, let's go.
Wears her girl power t-shirt just isn't a fun person to be on a date with. And unfortunately, a lot of the girl power men want to spend time with that person. The average modern woman who wears her girl power t-shirt just isn't a fun person to be on a date with.
Why? Why does that zap out all of your humor? Having girl power on your fucking shirt. Does it just zap out your humor? Does it just dry up any amount of humanity that you have? Is that what it does? I don't see how. It's like, is it a magical spell? Like girl power makes you unfunny. Girl power, and just have it written across your chest. It makes you less funny. Let's go.
And unfortunately, a lot of the girl power mottos are things that women believe under the surface. You know, baseless things like the wage gap, man spreading, and that the world of men is somehow keeping women down from the heights of political and economic stardom.
Okay. Man, like, let me see. What the fuck? Damn it, I'm all out of straw. He used it for my straw man. First, there is a gender wage gap. Now, it's not as pronounced as it was once reported, but there is a gender wage gap. 2, fuck. His stupidity has broken me. I forgot the other shit that he said. Let's go.
The world of men is somehow keeping women down from the heights of man spreading. And
like, this man spreading shit. Like, okay, 2016 called, and they want their whole meme back. Man spreading. When the fuck did the last time you ever heard somebody talking about or complaining about man spreading? Like, for real, I know you look old as shit, but you gotta leave the fucking 1930s, my motherfucker. I don't fucking get it. But let's some more. Let's go.
The world of men is somehow keeping women down from the heights of political and economic stardom. But I think the basic fact is that now that women are out on their own, they've burnt the bridge of men collectively and they're proud to not need a man and they can be successful. And look, ladies, you can be as successful as you're capable of being. Men used to like going out on dates and being around women because they were fun. They were a lot more fun than anything else in life.
Wait, like, dude, like, I don't get it because I still go on dates and I'm actually generally the one that's the life, the humor out of the group. What kills me is that these motherfuckers literally, what they want is a submissive, quiet, demure type woman that just laughs at any joke that they say because, well, I'm lost. They just want somebody to pump up their fucking ego because reasons. But let's go.
Now everything's serious. Women are just so much more serious about everything because I think they're in this survival mode of forcing themselves to survive alone, being scared, paranoid, bitter, and humorless. And then on top of that, I'm supposed to go out with this kind of person.
I mean, like, I've read the Incelebrant People's Forum. They're just as much as what you described. They are even dealing with this horror of existence of feeling lonely because, you know, capitalism, fuck capitalism, but let's continue.
And make her laugh on a date. Come on, are you kidding me? So a modern woman today's got this really weird mental schism where her nature wants to be with a man, generally speaking, if you're hetero, okay, and also her social beliefs are scared to death of him irrationally because women are
Wait. So women aren't now socialized who are hetero to be with men or be around men? I'm gonna need some citations. Like, I know I don't want to be anecdote Andy here, but like, yeah, women like spending time with me. Wow. Oh God. Oh wow. Okay, let's go. We're almost finished.
marketed opposing ideas. A woman can do it all. You're strong, powerful, intelligent, and capable, and a superwoman. You can do everything, but you're a victim at the same time. Men are great, men are bad.
No one is saying that the women are all victims. They have been victims of a lot of horrible shit. And the fact that he doesn't understand this nuance, it's sorry, I hit my mic. It's fucking unbelievable. But let's go.
She wants men, she's afraid of men. Why do men play video games and watch porn? It's more fun than the mod.
Wait, no. I play video games because I like stories. And I watch porn because I want to beat my dick. Like or it's just like I'm watching it for fun. I'm not even beating my dick. Like I don't. Oh God. Oh God. The stupidity is fucking killing me. All right, let's go.
Woman, that's why, quite simply. Like, on one hand, here's my Xbox, hobbies, friends, and my dog, and on the other hand, here's an expensive, complaining, and annoyed person. Gee, what do I choose? I mean, seriously, what do you want to be around? What do your feelings tell you? You want to be around friends and people.
Well, not everybody wants to be around friends and people. Some people want to act like, I know, personally, I know. If I was dating somebody, I wouldn't be big on friends and family and shit like that. No, if I'm dating you, I want you for that time period to myself. Not all the time. No, fuck that. It will be there will be some roadblocks quotes in that. But like, no, like I just don't. This man acts as if he's never had a woman before. But let's continue.
That make you feel good. You know, the world can be hard enough as it is. You need some respite. You need something to come home to. You don't want to be with someone where it feels like a bad job, who feels like a bad boss. You want to be with someone who can laugh at themselves as jokes, who knows what a joke is. How do I laugh with the modern woman today? Tell me.
Tell a joke that's funny. Like, that's simple. Tell a joke that's funny. That's simple. But let's continue.
When I have to walk on eggshells about what I say and I just can't let go, and you have to sanitize and sterilize everything and you formalize.
Wow, that was an interesting cut. Like, hold on. Let's go.
You want to be with someone who can laugh at themselves as jokes, who knows what a joke is. How do I laugh with the modern woman today? Tell me. When I have to walk on eggshells about what I say and I just can't let go, and you have to sanitize and sterilize everything.
So, wait. It sounds like he's upset is that we couldn't say racist or sexist shit or anything or anything of that nature now because it's frowned upon and it's taken away a lot of fun. But like, I don't. Showing people respect isn't taking away your fun unless you masochistic bastard. But I doubt that. You know, but like, not, you know, trying to abuse a woman. That's not ruining your fun. Okay, let's finish this video out. Let's go.
And you formalize your thinking and your viewpoints politically. What's the point? No wonder people are just picking anyone to hook up with because personalities don't matter. You're not allowed to show your personalities because heaven forbid you say something that's not funny.
Wait. People are hooking up because personalities. Like, this is what I don't get about this whole Chad versus the sales and all this other good bullshit. Like, one, in a lot of cases, they feel that if they had what the Chad has, they would be in the Chad's position, which is for most of these guys. And it's just like, like, you don't get it, dog. Like, oh my God. Let's continue.
Women are pushing for more government intervention and control of their lives because they're, you know, so-called independent and don't need a man now, but they're calling for safety in words too. You can't say this, ban this, censor these words. It's a paranoid need for safety because they don't want a person, a man, protecting.
So, what is it you want to say? What word do you want to say? Do you want to say slut? Do you want to say slut? Is that the word you want to say? Or do you want to say the word Nigga? Like, really, is that what it is? No, it's like you want to be cruel by something that is already explained to you being cruel, but you want to act as if, oh, no. It's not being cruel. I'm a truth teller. But let's continue.
Them. No, women today want their paranoid fake freedom, where they never have to choose any man because they can perpetually keep choosing thousands of men every week on Tinder, while continually remaining
because she openly brags all the time, I don't need a man. Now she has to keep up with the solo act. Oh, okay, let's go.
And paranoid and scared about life all the time. Because they're alone, paranoid and scared, mainly of men.
Let me read this. Because she's only openly bragged all the time, I don't need a man. Now she has to keep up with the solo act. But it's not true. There are women who get pregnant and have families later on in life. It doesn't mean that. God damn it. This shit is so fucking irritating. Because all this shit sounds like is that I'm mad. I can't get the woman that I want, and so hell, like it's just it's so incredibly frustrating that these motherfuckers like would seriously say, instead of working on their personality, they will say, oh, I don't like women's current personality. The fuck? I just read
But at the same time, they want them. Why do men lose interest in today's modern woman? She's just not that fun anymore, really. There are so many other things that are more fun. And a lot.
Wait. How are women not fun? Like, it's about your personality. This is a massive ass self-report that you feel that, you know, you feel like you're not being entertained by women, and that's a problem for you. Let's go.
Safer too. Anyway, do you think there's a correlation between women burning the bridge of men, saying they don't need anybody, we want to be free and independent, which I get, by the way, but not being prepared for what independence means? That singularity of responsibility for you. Now, I have to take care of myself. And how that plays into women not being an object of fun or levity or a personality that you want to be around. You know, a person.
Wait, he mentions that and then he puts his type over. Why even want a girlfriend today? If they can't be objects for you? Wow. If they can't be objects for you, why want a one? Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Personality that doesn't have any humor anymore. I don't want to be around somebody who doesn't know what a joke is, can't laugh, and I can't laugh with them. I want to have a good time with a person. But if a person is ultra serious,
you want to be entertained. You just want to be entertained at all times. It's like a fucking child. But let's continue.
Paranoid, neurotic, and protective over everything, including words? Why the heck would I want to be around them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I'd be interested to see what.
Well, your video is trash. That's the best take on it. Your video is trash. But anyway, shit. Pulling up something else. Anyway, guys, don't fall for this bullshit. A lot of it is just these people have a shitty point of view, and for them to claim that it's a woman's fault that they're not funny anymore, I don't get that. I'm sorry, I've never wanted my women funny. I was a jokester in a relationship because it was fucking fun. But anyway, if you can, guys, please like the stream. It would help me out immensely to show up in your feed next time I go live. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm just done because it's never the person who's struggling to get relationships fault. It's always the women, the femoids. They are not giving up the sex the way I want them to. And it's just so fucking toxic because it leaves people or it leaves men without the illness of actually working to improve themselves. And I'm sorry. We need to all work on improving ourselves to make ourselves better partners or spouses for those we claim to care about. So, again, like and subscribe. Up top is my Streamlabs link. If you want to help out me and the channel, it will go such a long way. Other than that, I want to say adieu, and we'll cut the video segment here. Alright, guys. Well, it's now currently 10 o'clock. I want to thank everybody who's sticking around and was rocking with me. We are going to end it tonight, and thank you, Joe, Kat, GA, Hail Satan, everybody that joined into the chat tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and as we always do this time, take it away, Richard.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah, they're probably afraid of that because then people don't hate each other, and people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy people. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts eating.
The system levels them.
Pretty soon it's all gone.
Is that what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.